one big takeaway that I had from Module 2 was just how vital my role will be in the lives of students that are struggling as readers, and just how important it is for me to help them. The statistic on one of the PowerPoint slides that said, like, I think it was fewer than 1 in 8 children who are still struggling to read by 3rd grade will ever catch up and be on grade level with their peers. That was just crazy to me, and I realized that it really is on us as teachers to fix that, and not necessarily so much on the students. One thing that stuck out to me was just how vital phonemic awareness is, and how even from that very simple first skill, we need to be paying attention to who is struggling and who is getting it and who might need extra help. And all those tests and like progress monitoring, diagnostic assessments that I've seen my CTs do in the past, like, they really do mean something, and their results matter, and we need to be using them to determine, okay, which students are fine with just whole group instruction, which ones need to be pulled out for Tier 2, and then which ones need even more of a dose of help and need to be pulled out for Tier 3. And we really need to be monitoring them often and all along so that we can catch those strugglers early on. So that was just a big thing to me. And kind of tying back into the dyslexia video, phonemic awareness really is like the first indicator of dyslexia and even more learning disabilities. And so it really is key that in that first initial skill set that we're teaching them, that we are paying attention to, like, okay, who's getting it, who's not getting it, how can I assess this, and just taking time every single day to extensively work with students in that phonemic awareness area, because it is the foundation to becoming a good reader and a successful student later on. Because if you can't read, you're not going to survive in school or in life, because that really is the key to success, is reading. I was going to share one of my activities, and it's really simple. You've probably all seen it before, but I did find it on a blog, and it was called Make, Take, Teach. And this blog just gave me some really good ideas, but the one that I liked the most was just a really simple tactic that I've seen my CT do when I was at practicum in kindergarten, and it's just blending words using a rubber band. I don't have a rubber band, so I'm using a hair tie, but like, if you orally tell the students to blend like the word hat, so you would say the sounds at, and they would blend it together, and they would take their rubber bands and just go at, hat. And so just that simple little activity is something that you could do with your students, and just be watching like who's getting it, who's not getting it, and even doing things like this in small group, because it's hard to watch that in whole group. And I did notice in one of the slides or the videos, I can't remember which, it suggested not using manipulatives in whole group, because A, they get crazy, and B, like, you can't really watch like students sounding out with chips and Elconin boxes or a rubber band sound. So I thought that was just a really good tip to make this activity that I found a little better, and I hope that helps you guys. It helped me.